Hey, baseball fan, time for a little self-care and a few minutes of cardboard meditation. Welcome to the show that features some of baseball's oddest stories and the cardboard slabs that document them. Find peace and joy through baseball cards with your host, the big guy.
Well, we're going to have to do this version of cardboard meditation caffeine-free. I left my carafe of coffee in the kitchen, and I can't go back. We're recording, so stay with me. If I start freaking out, you'll know. Call 911, tell him he's having a coffee breakdown. Anyway, on September 19th, Friday, just a little while ago, me and my buddy Bob, we went on a road trip. And Bob is my card enabler. He is the guy that makes cards very available to me. I'm not sure he likes that term, but that's what the moniker is that he earned. He's my Robin to my Batman. Although I think he probably thinks he's Batman and I'm Robin. I have to get that straightened out. Anyway, we went on that road trip. We had a lot of fun. We were on the northeast side of the state of Michigan, Lower Peninsula. Had a great time. Took a little road trip. Looked for some. I looked for some supplies. I need supplies really bad. I mail a lot of stuff out, so I'm really low on stuff. So I'll show you that at the end of the video here. But we went to these 3 stores, and I'm going to introduce you to them. First one was Stadium Cards and Comics. We've been there before. We wanted to go back because it would expand our visit and meet with Mark Fenwick, which we did, and you'll see him in a moment. Then we went to Rocket Cards and Collectibles in Howell, talked to Will Kelly, talked to him for a minute. You'll see him in an interview. And then we went up to Fenton and talked to Dave Cahoon and saw some of his stuff at B&D Sports Cards. So that was a lot of fun. I really kind of wanted to go on an information-seeking mission here, talking to these guys about one thing in particular, hoping for good news, and I did not get it. I'll let you watch it. I'll let you watch it. I'm very excited about collecting sets and asked them about it. They had an answer. It was kind of sad. Okay, so that was coming up, and here's the thing that if you tuned in, based on the thumbnail, the rare cards. There's going to be some cards here I'm guaranteeing you have never seen. You might have heard about them. You've never seen them in this condition. But there were several things here that in conditions I've never seen before at values that they're way, way over my zip code. And there are a couple other things that were just rare. You do not see these ever. And you're going to see them today, right here on Cardboard Meditation. Let's kick it off with our first visit, and we went all the way up to Ypsilanti, which is kind of east of here, a little southeast of here. And you're going to talk to, or actually he's going to talk to you, is Mark Fenwick. So before we speak to Mark, let's go ahead and just tour the store just a little bit. I had some video of his cases that were packed full of amazing cards. I can't show them to you because the glare was so bad from my camera, and I'm so sorry. But look at these unopened boxes. If you open on your show, if you open at home, if you open anywhere, they have got great boxes here, and sets too. A lot of nice sets. If you're collecting them, and gosh, I hope you are. Right over this shelf on the back side, this is where the Pokemon cards are. Right there. And they have a ton of them. They have just a ton of Pokemon and the TCG stuff. You get a lot of people in here. How many people do you think are collectors versus people that are just trying to flip cards?
It's a mixture for sure, and the flippers definitely have come into the equation the past few years, I'd say. Where it used to be nothing but collectors, now you're getting a good mix of both. A lot of the younger crowd are flippers, and the older crowd like myself are more of collectors still, and get into that.
What would you say the definition of a collector is?
Somebody who's going to buy something, they don't really care. They care about value, but they really don't. The price is not always the concern. They're trying to finish off sets, or they're trying to finish off they collect the LK line and they want one of every one of them and stuff like that. And it's the chase. That's the fun thing for them, is in the chase, I think.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest difference.
So what do you think about set collecting?
I'm a little older, so I love set collecting. It's just today they don't do anywhere near as much as what we used to do back in the 80s and the 70s and stuff like that. We collected the whole set, where today most people don't. I'd say the majority of people, they want the hits, they want the jersey cards, the autograph cards, the stuff like that, rather serial number cards, rather than trying to complete the full sets.
So you don't see people coming in here searching through tons of singles.
The older stuff, yes, for sure. The 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, a lot of people still do those sets, but stuff from the 2000s and newer, very rarely does anybody come in with a list that they're trying to complete a set. It's just easier to buy a factory set and be done with it.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
So you brought some cards?
I did.
Take a look at
grabbed
them.
a couple out. There's this one here. It's a Gordie Howe rookie, 1951 Parkhurst Gordie. It's kind of a rare card, not ultimate rare, but the thing that's most rare about it is the grade. It's a PSA 8, which is extremely difficult to get on a card of this age. Now this card here is probably 60 to 100,000. Is about what this will go for. So that's kind of a cool item. And then there's this card here, which this one is truly rare. Condition doesn't come into play quite as much because you just never see them. They're all hand cut. That's why it's so far cut on there. It's a blank back. Right there, it's blank. It's a 1977 Topps Reggie Jackson. The rarity is he was on the Yankees and he's in an Orioles jersey.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it so rare. They were never put into packs. So somehow some kid had to dive into a dumpster or do something back in Pennsylvania and at the Topps company and would physically cut them out off of a sheet, and that's how these came to be.
I've seen them, only in legend.
Very few times will you see it. Then this one here is I just grabbed another one. 69 Willie Mays, very cool card. Again, a nice one that's not graded is maybe a $100 card. This is graded a 9. It's near perfect. It's centered, beautiful color, front, back, edges, surface, everything's beautiful on it. And that's what makes it worth all the money, is because the condition, the rarity of the condition.
So if it drops down to a 9, what are we talking about?
Yeah, well, this one is a 9.
Okay.
And it's $5,000 for a 9, where the same card is a 6 or a 7 is $150
Wow.
for that. So that makes all the difference in the world.
It's amazing.
Condition. Yeah, no, it is. The condition means everything on some of these cards.
Well, thank you for sharing your time, man. This was a blast.
Anytime. No, I appreciate
Everybody
you
that's
stopping.
seeing this video needs to come in here to Ypsilanti, Michigan, and check out this store. This is really cool.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Mark is a great host, and he has a great store. Here we are on our way from Ypsilanti up the highways here, going right up to Howell, Michigan, which is looks like about 40 minutes north of Ypsilanti. And here we went into Rocket Sports Cards and Collectibles and talked to Will Kelly. So before we get in to see Will, let's take a look at the store here. This is the front of it, open here on Sibley Drive. And look, you come in, there's a lot of really nice, I'm not going to call them discount, but lower priced items in there. They were beautiful, but there's a Bo Schembechler autograph. That's really cool. And I saw this book right below Bo. It's the Al Kaline story. I did a book report on that book in the 8th grade. Kids were looking at me like I was nuts. That's when I found out that I was a baseball nerd. Comes easy to some of us. A lot of great things in the shop. You can see all this stuff in boxes. Now we're starting to take a look at the back of the store. And here's where the Pokemon cards are. And there's also a lot of other cards down below. Wrestling. There's a lot of pop culture stuff in there as well. Autographs. There's some Marvel comics. And I saw a lot of Star Wars stuff early on. And a couple of old Supermans. There's one coming up here from the 40s. You see that right there? Beautiful card. Beautiful. And I had to take a picture of this because it's Dr. J. and Maglio Ordonez. And this caught my eye right here. This is a view from the seats at Comerica Park, and it's a full-size photograph that covers that door. I've sat in that area up above further, but that was the view I had, and I was just amazed at that, and I kind of wanted it. How much for that? Here's another beautiful display of amazing things. Mickey Mantle autographs right there. There's a lot of other things inside this case that I've never seen before. And there's some really cool things in there. A couple bobbing head dolls and game worn uniforms, I think. And here's the thing that blew my mind. A wall full of dollar cards. Every one of these is $1. You know, when they're in a box, you don't see them all, but up in front of you, they're everywhere, to the right and left. I started pulling them out, but Bob, the card enabler, gave me the eyebrow, and I went, okay, I'm under control. But I did buy 5 of them. Again, more unopened stuff. Look at it all back there. Just a beautiful, beautiful selection. Rocket Cards is a great card store. Do you still see people as collectors, or do you see them as flippers these days? What do you see the most of?
Honestly, I would still say collectors here, because if you look at the store, it's a pretty eclectic, amount of cards here. But more flippers, I would say, trade nights and some of the shows. And when we do, we set up at the National and the Troy show, it's comp Flipperville. But here, honestly, it's a lot of purists, man, a lot of collectors. Yeah.
You've got a lot of singles from the looks of things.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about people that do set collecting? Where does the world sit on that these days?
I feel like it's getting a little bit less and less, especially with the new, what am I trying to say? The newer sets to me aren't as, people were kind of spoiled back in the day. Like, I'm a hockey collector. If you look at some of the mid 50s, 60s sets, like just the color and the amount, where now it's just kind of, getting a little magoo. So I don't think the newer collectors are big. Now, there might be rainbow, right? There might be rainbow collectors, or just trying to get like their, maybe the higher end stuff. But as far as like set stuff, it's kind of dying out. It's kind of like, it's kind of our generation. It's like, I hate to say,
I'd like to see it come back.
Yeah, me too.
I know
Me
that
too.
they actually make sets that you can buy off the shelf, but
Sure, yeah.
where's the fun in that?
Yeah.
If card boxes were a little cheaper, maybe people would
Absolutely.
buy them and do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you got some pretty cool cards to show me?
Yes. Yeah. Got 3. This is just, we picked this up at the National, just a 1966 OPG Mickey Mantle number 50.
Oh.
You don't see many OPGs, right?
Not from the 60s.
No. And it's just, I think as time goes by, this thing is gonna, I'd rather have this than, the S&P, if you ask me. This is big stuff.
Yeah.
A little underappreciated, but it's definitely a long hold on that one. Also, 96 Fleer metal, precious metal, right?
Oh.
If you actually look at the odds of pulling these, it's like 1 in 3,660 packs, right? So look at what your PMGs and all these cards that are numbered out of 150, right? They're all going to Dubai for 100K.
Yeah.
There's dudes like this. Like, if this just had a number on the back, let's just say there's 300 of these. If this said 1 of 300, you're looking at something probably 15 to 20K in my hand, versus it just the fact it doesn't have those numbers. But if you look at just the sheer volume printed, this is just a banger. And
It's beautiful.
and I guarantee a lot of people have probably passed those up over the years, where there's just a couple of little nuances. It's a little darker background versus the bronze and what have you, but guarantee these are sitting out in people's binders somewhere, and they just don't know the little nuances. So that's a gem.
Amazing.
And I'll say the last thing would be a ticket. This is cool for us because I don't know if you know, like Hulk Hogan, R.I.P. R.I.P. The Hulkster. He did a lot of shows in Japan just before coming back onto the States. So when you look at a ticket like this from Japan, signed by him, like some of the original stuff, you're like, this basically gave the American market like a vote of confidence for him that Hulk would do what he did. So basically, they kind of, test-proofed it over in Japan, if you will. So to actually have the ticket and sign something like this is just a piece of history where you're just like,
That's an amazing piece.
find me
there.
another one of those, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, so that's an actual piece of history. And if Andre the Giant signed it too, this would be, I need a security
Name your
guard.
price.
Yeah, name your price. Find me another. Comp me another one. Yeah. Cool. But yeah, that's the 3.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, that was awesome.
What a great store. Okay, from here, we got back in the vehicle and drifted up north again, up to Fenton, Michigan. And it took about another half hour or thereabouts. And there we went to B&D Sports Cards and talked to Dave Cahoon. So I was walking up to the store here, and as I grab the door and pull it open, look who greets me. Sparky right there. Take a look at B&D Sports Cards here. All the singles, all the dollar boxes. And right there's a nice selection of some supplies. That's where I picked up something that I'll show you here in a little bit. Not that too outstanding a pickup, but I needed them in the worst way. A lot of boxes to go through, and they're right in front of me as well. And you got some jerseys on the wall back there for anybody that wants to wear them on game day. There's Joey Coaster's autograph. Darren McCarty right there. And there's that Sparky again. I sure do like that. Now off to the right, as you walk into B&D, there is another room. It's right here. A lot more boxes. Look at the boxes, full of cards. And then this table to the left, full of memorabilia, photographs, yearbooks. Right there in those cases, you can see some baseballs on the top. A lot of autographed photographs, some uniforms right there, baseball caps. He's got everything here, everything, including a nice selection of hockey cards. And I'm a huge hockey fan. I'm not as much of a hockey collector as I used to be, but over there's some beautiful autographed photographs as well. But right here's over across the aisle. Here's some of the beautiful selection that he has there of hockey cards. And some vintage baseball you can see down here. Some 1960s. And right down below there, I have some basketball as well. But right down below, I noticed there was a 1959 Stan Musial right above that, a Eck rookie card, and there's Harmon Killebrew 58, 57 Yogi, and some more basketball cards, newer cards, mixed in there with some of the vintage. Here's some more basketball cards. A lot of Pistons in there, which, of course, that's where we're at. Detroit Rock City. You're going to check out some of the great Pistons and Red Wings, Tigers, and Lions. Coming up is a really cool poster of one of my favorite people who was actually an inspiration in my broadcast career and also in my YouTube career. I try to keep up with him in storytelling. That's what he did best, and that's what I'd kind of like to do as well. But upcoming here is just the nice little poster of Ernie Harwell. Look at those. Nice Joe Namath in there. And here comes that poster. Love it. What do you see? You see more flippers, or do you see more collectors?
More collectors. Yeah, there's a few people that, clearly are coming in to speculate, looking for certain players, single cards. Mm-hmm. But most people that come in here are just collectors. They want to open boxes.
Do you think they're collectors of like team sets or player runs?
Mostly players.
Yeah.
Like the hot quarterbacks. Yeah. When I grew up collecting, it was mostly baseball.
Yeah.
Now it's basketball and football is number one, but basketball is number two.
Wrestling as well, I see.
Yeah.
It's
everything was blown up.
Yeah.
Wrestling, UFC, soccer, all that stuff wasn't around.
Do you think set collecting is dead, or do you still see some of it?
It's not dead, but it's very diminished. In fact, we got kids that'll open a a 400 count box, like a hobby box, that has, a lot of commons, obviously, and they'll just donate the commons back, and they'll keep the stars, the autographs, the hits.
Do you think old timers like me still collect as far as sets go?
Yeah, absolutely. There was just a guy before you guys came in with his lists going through, some of the vintage cards to try to complete sets. So it's still around. Okay. Yeah, we got a Tarek Skubal, number 29 out of 75, which is his jersey number, autograph. I think that came in about a week ago. Same thing with the Bobby Witt Junior rookie auto. That's also numbered. We have a Mookie Betts, I think, is numbered out of 15.
Ooh,
autograph.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. And then this one's not a high dollar card, but it is a Pete Rose iron card autograph.
People will love that.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks a lot, Dave. I appreciate your hospitality. Let's take a look at my pickups. Okay, the first shop we went to was Stadium Cards and Comics, and I really, like I said earlier, really needed some supplies, and I got these. These are pretty cool. I've got some things that I need to put in here, like my Spick and Span cards, and there's some other things that I need to put in here that for Negro League players that I have that just don't fit anything else. They're kind of a large card. So I got these, just $17.99, and there's more in here than I'll ever need. So this is what I got at the Stadium Comics and Cards. Got some other cards too. I got this. Well, let me take them out of these. That's not going to be fun to look at. I got this really, really cool card for Miguel Cabrera. I'm a Miguel Cabrera fan. I got almost all of his cards, but this one I didn't have. It's an All-Star Game card. And, of course, I am the huge collector of the 2020 Top Stadium Club cards. Got this one, also from Stadium Club Cards and Comics. It's got that color blocking down there that all the cards from that series has. And to me, that's just a look. And the photography in these are just amazing. And I just love the way Miguel's looking. He's having a good time playing ball. And here's a card I picked up that you're going to see more of this in an upcoming show. We're going to talk about those guys in an upcoming show. So I thought I'd pick up that card too and kind of go over the cards. And, well, you'll see it when I get it done. It's going to be fun, I think. Next place we went was Rocket Cards and Collectibles. Again, I didn't buy many cards, not many Tigers anyway. I got this one that I thought was kind of cool. See, the Tigers are kind of breaking my heart right now, and I'm trying to be a good boy, be a faithful fan, but it's hard. Anyway, here is Dylan Dingler. It's from the 2020 Bowman Draft, and it's graded. Not that that's a big deal, but it is a cool card. It's the what is this? This is the it's a refractor, but I'm trying to think of what that's called. I guess the things in back behind there are just from the Bowman Draft thing. But anyway, neat card. This guy is really a good ball player. He's quiet, kind of a quiet sort of hero kind of guy. I like him a lot. Picked that up. Got a good price on it, $25. To me, that was a good deal. Then you're going to see, then you saw in the video there that he has that dollar wall. That's a dangerous thing for a guy like me. He's got an entire wall of dollar cards. And I started looking and I was going, that one. I had to stop. But I did pick up a really cool Sergei Fedorov for $1. Picked up a beautiful Barry Sanders for $1. Got a couple of Sam Laportas. And a real nice Jared Goff. And that was my take. Oh, no, it wasn't. I had more. I had more from Rocket. I can show you that sticker they gave me, too. I'm a 65-year-old man I like stickers. I kind of do. Also, I bought some unopened packs that we're going to do some opening with 2-pack-a-day Ripper. I got 3 of the Pinnacle sets from packs from 1994. So we got 3 of those. And 2 of these Duracell packs, which I have no clue what these things are. But the backs of these right here have Doug Drabick on the back. So I think they're probably going to be a duplicate It's a duplicate pack. But we'll open one, and then some other day we'll open the other one on the 2-pack-a-day Ripper. So that was from Rocket Sports Cards and Collectibles. Now, when we went to BD Sports Cards and Comics, or Sports Cards and Collectibles, all I was really looking for was some of those, the new thick gauge Ultra Pros or One Touches or whatever they want to call them these days. So what I did, this guy had a lot of really top quality supplies. So I picked these up. Let me just divide them up here. Here are the 55 points. And here are the 75 points. And I got these because I'm putting together a real nice Miguel Cabrera collection that I want to be able to display, and I just don't have anything that's going to be able to accommodate that thick card. So picked these up. I was looking for these, like I said, since back in, I don't know, the Shipshawana show. I could order online or something like that, but I'd rather buy local if I can, and that's what I did. Well, we made it. Whole thing, no coffee. I appreciate you joining me for this road trip. I had way too much fun. Me and Bob are looking to maybe go to the east side into Detroit here pretty soon. There's a ton of things in Detroit that we're going to be able to look at and talk to and maybe see. And did you think those rare cards, did I undersell that? Yeah, those were pretty cool, weren't they? Yeah, thanks. Hey, look, do me a favor, like, subscribe, and comment. I love the comments. Please do that if you can. And we will talk soon.
Cardboard Meditation helps set your mind right. Thank you for watching. Show us your appreciation by clicking the like and subscribe button. Ring the bell while you're at it so you'll know when we upload a new story.